In less than 6 months, Ontarians will go to the polls in the 42nd Ontario general election. It's clear by now, looking at the platforms, that the major parties in the Ontario Legislature share so many policies in common that they are almost indistinguishable from one another. If you think a change is important, then voting for any of them changes very little. I'm sure you've heard about the definition of insanity. Well, that's doing the same thing over and over and expecting different results. Well, it applies to voting in Ontario. All the major parties in the Ontario Legislature have held power at one time or other in the recent past. Each time they were turfed out because voting patterns had shifted, possibly indicating that voters had tired of that particular government party. Back then, the major parties were alike, and are even more alike now. Why should we expect different results if one of them is returned to government? That is the insanity. Unlike the larger parties, the Ontario Libertarian Party is the largest party that advocates limited government. That means government that should be restricted to do some things, but not everything. For example, the Ontario government has monopoly control over alcohol, gambling, and soon marijuana sales and distribution. Drugs, alcohol, and gambling. These were once under the control of organized crime, and now they're promoted and distributed by organized government using your tax dollars. That's not true in many parts of Canada, the US, and the rest of the world. Why is it here? Why should our government be involved in the sales and distribution of these things instead of just their regulation? They can still get their cut through various taxes. We believe that more government policies and programs are rarely the solution to the problems faced by the people of Ontario. We believe that government should be involved in fewer aspects of Ontario life. We are all forced to deal with government monopolies. Libertarians believe there should be other choices allowed outside of those monopolies. There should be more non-governmental choices in education, in healthcare, in electrical generation and distribution, in job creation, and in securing the future of your children and grandchildren. Check out our platform and see how we are different. You might ask, how can a relatively minor party like the Ontario Libertarian Party change things? The simple answer is to collect more votes. In this coming election, we are determined to have a candidate in every riding so everyone can get a chance to vote Libertarian. If you think Ontario is headed in the wrong direction, then make your vote really count. Your vote for the Libertarian Party will be counted as a vote against the status quo and a vote to change the direction of Ontario to the right direction. I'm Alan Small, the leader of the Ontario Libertarian Party, and I know many of you have never heard of me or the party before, but you will. Thanks for watching.